Hey everybody, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for another devotional. Today we're going to be in John chapter 12. I'm going to read verses 16 through 19. We just watched the triumphal entry into Jerusalem, and then John states this: his disciples did not understand these things at first. They're kind of confused about what's happening. But when Jesus was glorified, they then remembered these things that had been written about him and had been done to him. So they recall it. The crowd that had been with him when he had called Lazarus out of the tomb, raised him from the dead, continued to bear witness. So there's things that are still getting talked about here. The reason why the crowd went out to meet him was that they had heard that he had done this sign. So the Pharisees said to one another, these are the officials, "You see that you're gaining nothing. Look, the world has gone after him." You know, even at the end of Jesus's ministry, the disciples are still learning and growing in their understanding of who Jesus is. This is the nature of a relationship with Jesus. There is no end to what we can learn about him. Our limited mental capacity is never going to comprehend the unlimited wisdom of Jesus in one moment in time. Therefore, sometimes we're going to be confused about what he's doing in the moment that he does something. You know, many believing men, even today, are perplexed about what Jesus is doing in the world and even in their own personal lives. This is just like how the disciples felt here. But in the confusion, we discover it's essential to hold fast to the teaching and the work of Jesus by faith. We must faithfully and with faith subject our minds and our hearts and our souls to his teaching, even when we're confused about what he's doing. In doing so, we allow Jesus to be glorified in and through our lives. And later, the disciples remembered this very moment and gained clarity about what Jesus was doing in light of what? The resurrection, his resurrected body. And we too will eventually gain understanding the longer we walk with Jesus and remain faithful, even when we're what? Well, when we're confused. Because your understanding might be limited today, right now, in this moment in time. But in faith, the transformative power of Jesus works through you by faith. So, fellas, you might face challenges and doubts and uncertainties right now, like literally right now. But you got to hold fast to Jesus and his teaching, because the world needs hope and healing and salvation. And your faith is a witness to his transformative, resurrected power. And by remaining faithful in the challenges and the doubt and the uncertainties, you become a testimony to his glory, which is also extremely attractive to others in the world. So guys, press on today and be faithful. I love you. If you need anything at all, let me know. Remember, we love to pray here, and we want to pray for you. So if you have a request, let us know in the comments below or on that prayer wall. And with that, I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.